Let's start with the bedroom. This was my first tile job. Not perfect. The lines are not all straight. What else? We have old kitchen cabinets. Somebody gave them to us and they work perfect. The curtain hanging system is not all that pretty, but the broomsticks and the handles I found at the garbage bin. So yeah, beautiful artwork for my family, some memories from Texas, an old cabinet. Everybody throws them away. So yeah, that was the most boring room of the house. Back to the rest. To my right here we have the bathroom. Then to the left we have the famous toilet roll holder, and of course made by Scruffy. A toilet, nothing really special about that. We go to the other side, tiny cabinet, some towels, normal stuff everybody has. And then a very simple but efficient shower. I hate cabins because they're impossible to clean. I've got other things to do with my time. And then, of course, you have to see the view. Isn't that nice? To my left here is my favorite room. My work room! Look at that! A corner cabinet, of course, from an old kitchen that somebody threw out. Gorgeous tables made by Ken. Then a spare bed until we have a guest room, or a guest house I should say. That will be the place for visitors. Then we carry on, and there we have Slim, one of our lazy animals. Hi Slim. In a chair that still needs new cushions. Then we carry on, and again throw out kitchen cabinets. That are absolutely fantastic. Full of atmosphere, character. Ken made a beautiful new top for me. And I have a place to store all my stuff. To make baskets, to paint, to work with gourds, everything I want. And then the last little cutie. The bottom is a kitchen cabinet door that Ken made got a marble top for, adjusted the top and made a beautiful little cabinet. What else? Okay, I made lamps that aren't exactly pretty, but they work perfect. If I want to work here, all the light goes down. They're made of old newspapers, something I've learned from the internet. There's a lamp too, also made of newspapers. Costs nothing and works wonder well. So yeah, that was this room. My favorite. The open kitchen. We moved it in December, just before Christmas. The first winter we had nothing here. Just a loose setup with a bit of a mess really. But you make do. Soon springtime arrived, Ken started. And look, beautiful cabinets. All nice and practical. I can remove nearly everything. A few doors. Behind the doors is the washing machine and a bucket and some cleaning materials. And then here we have more cabinets. Ain't it gorgeous? And then here, because I'm extremely afraid of spiders, and we do have a lot of other creeps in Chandler, we chose this system. And it works fantastic. Everything stays clean, everything stays dry. Maybe not the most beautiful option, but it works for us. Somebody bought a house years ago here in Chandler, bought a ton of marble and decided he didn't like it. So that was hanging in the basement. And they were so good to give it to us. Look at that. It took Ken weeks to puzzle out how to do this because we didn't want to get a worker over to cut it for us, and as you know, we had no money. So he was short of a bit. So what did he do? Clever. And it looks fantastic. Here is still one of the cabinets that he made out of old stuff. I think that's got to go at some point. We'll make something better there. So now we have a fully working, beautiful kitchen. The only thing we bought in this kitchen was a fridge and a stove. Honestly, I cannot express how grateful we are for all the people that supported us so far. It would not be possible on our budget. There are days that can even make me emotional. Absolutely fantastic. So we had the kitchen, we had the bathroom, the bedroom, and then the workroom. And if I turn around now, you can see the living room. I hope you can see it, there's a lot of light here. You see those beautiful doors? We have another pair. And that is the best story. Somebody in Goetjes was knocking down his house, and we could simply, for next to no money, buy him. The only nasty part was we had to take them out ourselves. And that in August was not easy. But I have to say I had little to do with it. A friend of ours helped, and he and Ken, they worked like animals to get these things out. They were all cemented in marble, and hopeless. We ended up with 1 shop, 2, 3, 4 sets of French doors. 3 of those doors for the equivalent of 150 euros. Not bad. The table, Ken made that so he could work outside from the old wood that we got from the neighbor. Well, that was not going to happen. It is a beauty. We can both work, eat. Space. I love it. Above it, I made a lamp because we couldn't see what we were eating. It's made of a gourd. Cut out, decorated with ink and pine needle coiling. Alright, what else? We have a little heater We bought that second hand. It's one of the old Turkish ones. You can feed it from above and from the front. The bottom part there is for the ashes, and there we have a little oven. We tried it. Perfect. You can also feed it from the top. Now, and then of course, like everybody, we had a telly. No television, but we watch films and sometimes some things on YouTube. Then we go further. Our little seating area. Those seats we rescued from being thrown out about 3 months ago, 4 months ago. They were covered in some ugly fabric. They were covered in terrible, terrible brown, shiny varnish or paint, God knows. Ken stripped them all and they're gorgeous now. Look. I googled, and of course YouTube, being my biggest friend, taught me how to reupholster them. So I did. Made some mistakes, but you have to learn everything. And then later, it was time to pick olives. I found this in an old Turkish house on the mountain. And instead of being paid in olive oil, I asked for the truck. It's a beauty. He said it was from his great-grandfather and probably about 150 to 175 years old. Nice. Then we have a nice little table. Believe it or not, that was floating in the river and we picked it up on a day with the river bumps. It was missing a leg, but as always, Ken could fix it. Little cabinet there. Somebody didn't need any more. And back to the other French doors. And there the kitchen again. 85 square meters of fun.